At this time when I was 290 pounds, I was playing video games all day long. I'd be out here grinding on Call of Duty, playing Overwatch, hitting top 10 in the world because I was damn good at it. But I would always have these self-improvement videos playing in the background. These guys would be telling me that you need to act confident, or that you need to become a high-value man, or that any man can change his life. But I never had the actual energy to get stuff done. One day the YouTube algorithm did bless me and it gave me that missing ingredient I needed to level up. There was a video and a guy told me that I could lose 40 pounds in 3 months. For whatever reason, I clicked on this video and he told me with 100% conviction that if I followed what he was about to tell me, that I would change my life within half that amount of time. And he was fucking right. Within that first day of me eating better, I started to feel more assertive. I became more alert. I became more awake. That was what set the platform for me to lose over 100 pounds, get a six-pack, and build 2 businesses after the fact, just because I started eating the right foods. And that was the missing ingredient. That's what nobody tells you out here. That the way that you actually change your life is that you interrupt the feeling through your nutrition and you change from the inside out. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what happens whenever you begin to shift out of the state to where you're at now, to where you want to do things, and then actually use nutrition to build that new loop for you to automatically become the person who goes out and build businesses and get six-packs. The first thing I want to tell you is where most men are stuck at in life. This is where I was stuck, and this is where you are probably stuck. If you think about the game Minecraft, there are 2 game modes that you can be playing. There's going to be survival mode and there's going to be creative mode. In survival mode in Minecraft, you are out here fighting monsters and drinking potions to stay alive, but instead of monsters and potions, we are having negative thoughts and a pill cabinet. From that point, you are always going to be stuck into this program suffering because the game has been written for you. There's only one set path that you can go, and you're going to be staying there for the rest of your life for the next 40 years if you don't wake up and switch game modes. In creative mode in Minecraft, you're out here, you are building castles, you're out here flying around doing whatever the hell you want. And in the real world, this is building businesses and building your body and being able to have unlimited energy. To switch game modes into creative is going to be the bridge of nutrition. I tell you nutrition because nutrition is the lowest hanging fruit that any man can do. It doesn't take talent, it doesn't take skill, it takes a little bit of just effort and just a little bit of vision of what you want in order to eat better food and to stick to it. A lot of you guys, when you're stuck in this state, in that survival state, you're thinking equal to that feeling, which means it's pretty shameful, it's a little bit guilty. You say, I want to go do all these things, but I'm still not doing it. I'm not living up to it. I have no evidence in myself. I have no belief in myself. Whenever you get nutrition right though, you begin to insert into that feeling loop. And I'll tell you why, because that feeling is a hormone. And hormones dictate all of your feelings, which then will drive those better thoughts. So stay with me here. When nutrition is in order and you put away the shit that people tell you, all these influencers are feeding you garbage, right? They're telling you that calories don't matter, you can eat whatever you want, still lose weight. All they're doing is reinforcing your human behavior and your addictions to these shitty foods. I digress. Whenever you begin to eat the right nutrition and the right foods, all those hormones get upregulated. Now you start to feel better just by changing that food, and that feeling gives you a new thought. That new thought allows you to start to begin to believe and think differently, and that's what allows you to level up. I was sitting here eating bagels with cream cheese, one of those El Monterey burritos, the frozen ones, and then I'd be slamming, G Fuel and energy drinks all day. That doesn't produce very good thoughts in your brain, and you're not feeling too good if you're in that state. So no wonder I could be sitting here absorbing all this information, but do nothing with it. Get to the feeling, and if you can change the feeling, you will change your life. Now, how do we do this? Guys, the diet I'm about to tell you is the one that is called the high energy diet model. This is the best way of eating that I've ever found in my life, and it will change your life. You know that guy who promised you 40 pounds in 3 months? I promise you to level up in the top 5% of men in 3 months, and you'll begin to act like it, act like the absolute man. You become fucking Master Chief here in the next week. The high energy diet model is based around 4 key things that you want to do in your body. To upregulate your hormones, to balance out your brain chemistry, to give you more energy and allow you to overall just feel stronger in your life. With this model, you will focus on the right foods. That means meat, eggs, seafood, dairy, fruit, root vegetables. All the things that have been around for millions of years that our body has become evolutionary accustomed to eating, we're gonna focus on that. Now that is the core food list. I want you to eat 80% of your diet from that, and that's the high energy model. Guys, and there's a PDF down below for you to check all of this out. Now beyond that, we want to have very tactical supplemental foods for us to come in and solve specific problems. And we use these tools to fill in any nutrient deficiencies. So like, let's say that your libido is not as high, testosterone is low. Well, we get to the root cause. Well, we can see that maybe you have a zinc deficiency. So we'll throw in oysters, right? Or the fact that maybe your vitamin A is not sufficient. Well, we can throw in some beef liver for that. That's part of this model, is that we're not just doing anything to like, I only eat meat, or the fact that I'm just gonna eat plants. It's not based around that. The whole purpose of this diet model is to raise your energy level, and what could be more important than that? Now here's an example day of what you could be eating for the next 3 months. This is an example of what I see works well for a lot of guys, but again, you must become your own master. We want to focus on the most micronutrient dense foods and hit all of our micronutrients. This means like for breakfast, we'll be having eggs, some Greek yogurt, some kimchi, honey. This can be a high protein, high fat meal, keep you stable throughout the day, lower cortisol in the morning, allow you to get out of that stress system overnight. For lunchtime is going to be more of a high protein, high carb meal to give you enough energy to be able to go hit a workout later and to be able to build back the brain glucose that hopefully you used in the morning. For dinner time, always gonna be a big balanced meal. This looks like steak, eggs, some greens, and potentially some more sauerkraut or kimchi. At any time that if you want a snack, you can have some raw milk or cheese, plus oysters, as a lot of guys, I think that is one of the most powerful things that you could add to your life in order to support testosterone hormone production. The key thing with the diet that I want you to focus on and why I designed it this way is that it hits every single micronutrient. You have all your B vitamins, all of your minerals, and you allow yourself to have a balanced macronutrient ratio as well with about 200 grams of protein, carbs, and fat. Follow this. Out of all my years of nutrition, this is going to be the model that supports you for the end of time. And it's going to be one that supports you and not one that tears you down, unlike what everyone else tells you to. Eat this way. Remember that energy is the main thing and that you will figure this out. If you're stuck in that state, this is the most important thing, the most powerful tool for leverage that you could have on yourself is to give yourself the right foods. If you have any questions or if you need any help implementing this into your life faster to get stuff done, you can book a call with me down below and we can go and discuss things and give you a new plan for you to level up. That is it for this one, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.